All right. So basically, this is a special training, and when you it's a training that's going to be designed to help you navigate your confidence in the market. Because a lot of people are trading today, not really understanding the nature of the market. When you when you understand how the market moves, when you understand where the market is going, how does it go where? How do you know where it's going, where it's going? All right, it's going to change your attitude and approach to trading. So there are three types of trading. So we have scalping, all right, we have day trading, and we have swing trading. Now, scalping is coming into the market to take short moves. You see what's happening right now. You trade what you see right now. Now, day trading comes with a little bit of technical analysis and technical advantage. All right, you want to see what happened during the course of many hours. So there comes a little bit of projection in day trading. Now, swing trading is you want to see the direction of the trend, the play major on the trend of the market, and you don't trade from an emotional perspective of what is happening today. All right. Now, approaches may differ on. So there are different types of swing traders. There are the day traders, day trading swing. So some people scalp into day trading. Likewise, some people swing. They trade into swinging. So they are connected. Okay. So the higher you day trade, you're learning into swinging. You're swinging into trading, swing trading. All right. The higher you scalp, you're getting into day trading. So one of the things I want to be able to do, or why I brought this training, is to show you. So while you are so the activity we do every day, we just catch what's happening today. But most of these things that's happening today can be there may be a level of interference. The reason I don't have an emotional, or I've reduced my emotional connection to trading, all right, is because I've been able to understand that two things will happen in the market. All right. It's either today favors the direction I am going or it doesn't. If it doesn't, I'll wait for a new approach. But if it does, boom. Okay. So when it doesn't, I understand. But if you're taking the trade and you don't understand, it begins to look like, oh, today another bad day. No, we don't have any bad day in trading. Okay. Every day will come with project. So I want to be able to show you the standpoint of projecting into trading, seeing the higher time, seeing trading for what trading is, the direction of the market. All right, how do you understand where the market is going? So there are three cardinal points, for how I always teach this. All right, I've done it several times, but I'm maybe reiterating the factor of these three things. So the first thing as a trader, all right, for you to understand where the market is going is to see the trend. All right, so that's the number one thing. Is to be able to see trend. Okay, so that's really very key. You want to write time on higher time frame. Now, because the trend is what's going to show you what's been happening in the market, what direction are we falling or we're rising. Okay, so when you are able to understand the trend of the market, something happens. So let's go see the trend of the market. All right. So let's push. Man, this is beautiful catastrophe. Something is about to happen here. Let's see if we just caught this red-handed. Hold on, what's the time? 1 hour retested. Oh boy, let's see. 40 pips. Okay, good. I'm going to use this as a very strong case in point. So what's the first thing we do? Sheesh, this is a beautiful trader. Let's see how this 15 minutes close. If this 15 minutes closes above the zone, I'm going to take a trade. All right. A light risk. I'll put about 40 pips. I'll put my stop loss here. Oh man, this guy is going. So don't be arrogant, don't be rude. This really actually closed above the zone. Shush. Okay, so let's see how this kind of closes. All right. So 1 hour retested. If the next 1 hour closes above the zone, this is going to be a powerful one. All right. So whilst we're here, I think the best way to enter the market here, this I'm just digressing. We just caught this red-handed right now. So the best way to get into this market is actually to wait for a 1 hour, because this is crazy move. All right. This is a deep fall, and it may still be going down because of the emotion of the day. Euro may be very weak right now. So because of the emotion of the day, this may still be going. So what you just want to wait is a 1 hour confirmation of a retest. That would really be good. But sometimes you can enter before the confirmation. That's where 15 minutes comes in. So let me not allow this steal our phone away from us. So I said trend in a higher time frame. That's number one thing. So you could come to, depending on the kind of trader, how big do you swing trade, or how big do you want to see the market? Let me use another chart so I don't disturb this my chart. All right. Okay, good. So when we see this right now, so this is literally the trend of the market at the moment. So from a 3-month perspective, okay, you could literally break this market down to say, oh boy, what's wrong with you? All right, you've been dropping dead red. Okay, are you guys with me? So what trend is this? So this is a downtrend. Okay, so beautiful. So from this perspective of the market, we understand that the market is I believe I don't have anything here. I don't have anything here. Yeah, I want to make everything so out of here. All right, good. So there's a way you diagnose a market. So you look at this market right now. This is a downtrend. The market has created, all right. What am I looking for? Where is my Okay, good. So you see, market came in strong, sold, bought, sold, lower floor, bought, all right. Consolidation, created a lower floor, all right, created a lower floor. This is not a lower floor. This is a lower floor, all right. So this is trending down. So there is a possibility that this may come down here, all right, come back up here because it's creating lower lows. There's a possibility. Okay, this is the trend trap. So this is a trend trap where it's been able to show us what the market has been doing over the last 3 months, falling down. Now, okay, but presently right now, it's in a 3 months, based on the present candle, the market is in a 3 months buy. So now that I know the trend, and if so if I'm trading based on a 3 month, if I'm a long, so if I'm approaching from a 3-month perspective, it means I should be looking at selling this market, excuse me. All right, I should be looking at where the market is. I should be looking at selling this market. Another thing I want to do, I want to see what it looks like in the so let me remove this. Okay, good. I want to be able to see, and it's also clear in the monthly, all right, that the market is trending down. So where is this market going at the moment? All right. So it's either the market is coming here. So this is the cap of the trend, all right, based on the upside. And this is the cap of the trend based on the downside. All right. So this is the wave of the market. But either way, if the market keeps doing this, you know that the market is falling. All right. Either way. Okay. It's either it's going up here or it's coming down here. Now, I may not know if this will continue up. All right. Neither will I say this will just reverse and go down. But there's only one way I can know if it's going to continue up or it's going to go down. What's that way? Okay. That's where our second factor comes in. So this mosquito is just disturbing me. I wanted to do this training outside, but I didn't invite mosquitoes. I caught it. Let it go. All right. Okay, so that's the second factor that would help me understand, because literally the general rule for the market is there is supply and demand. The market buys at the floor, okay, which is support, and it sells at the ceiling. But now, when we say the market buys at the floor, there are always demand. So demand, okay, let's take away the word demand. Whenever the market comes to a base, the reaction of traders is to buy it. When the market comes to a roof, which is resistance, the reaction of traders is to sell it. So this is what happens in the market. Market moves based on how we react to it. If we are buying, the market will go up. If we're selling, the market does not have a voice of its own. It does not do anything on its own. The market only reacts to what we do. So if we are buying the market, all right, something happens to the market, it begins to go up. If we are selling the market, it begins to come down. The magnitude of how we buy a market is determined, it will determine how it goes up. All right. Likewise, the reverse is the case. So this is what happens when it comes to real trading. The banks don't play on your smaller time frame. They go to higher time frame. They look at institutional areas, strong areas, and they pump the money in there. That is why when the market comes to stronger areas, all right, you see stronger reactions. So when you want to know where the market is going, all right, you check it on deeper time frames. Okay. So if I'm drawing my support and resistance on 5 minutes, it's nothing compared to when I'm drawing it on hour. And nothing compared to when I'm drawing it on 4 hours, nothing compared to when I'm drawing it on daily. The reaction of a daily will pay me more than what I get on 5 minutes, 4 hours. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, we're going to diagnose this support and resistance on a higher time frame. Okay, so this is where market is right now. So let me take this off. So based on the reaction of the market, this is what I love to do. Okay, I'm just going to drop. So market buys at the ceiling, all right, and sells at the floor. It means if market gets somewhere around here, there's a short ceiling. Okay, ceiling represent red. Okay, so where is the ceiling? Where market has sold before. Where market has sold before. All right, so these are ceilings. Okay, good. So these are reactions. So the closest of the ceiling is actually this ceiling. Are you guys with me? All right, you look back in here. This is a ceiling. So I'm going to spot. I'm going to just spot them so that you guys know. So where the markets are sold before is a ceiling. So this is a ceiling, that's red. This is a ceiling. All right, this is a ceiling, this is a ceiling, this is a ceiling. Okay, we'll come here. This is a ceiling. So I could put, okay, we'll come here. This is a ceiling. Sorry, that is taken out. Are we together? Are we getting this? This is simple. That I'm just diagnosing where the market sold before. Okay, we also look at this right now. Based on the monthly perspective, the market had a small, and so any little reaction you see here, I believe is going to be more than 100 pips. Okay, good. So this is 300 pips. This small sell. So don't ignore any kind of sell. All right, just find the nearest sell that is close. Now we go again. Let's break it down. Are we seeing ceilings here? So there's a ceiling here. Are we seeing ceiling? There's a ceiling here. There's a ceiling here. Oh boy, there's a ceiling here. All right. There's actually a small ceiling here. Are you guys getting this now? Many of you are getting what I'm doing, and it's beautiful. You're getting it. So what I'm doing right now, so I'm just applying support resistance. So because I'm looking for resistance from the perspective of a sell, the market is coming down. All right. These are possible areas the market could have a reaction for a sell. Okay. Based on history of the market, these are possible areas the market will have a reaction for a sell. All right. If you guys got something from this, let me know. Let me know in the chat. Okay. Okay. What I'm going to do is, but I want you guys to be careful of, I want this to be an interactive training. All right. While I don't want to be too ahead. If you have any question, just shoot. Okay. So let me give a room for you guys to shoot. From how I got here, do you guys understand? All right. If you have any question, you could let me know. Just unmute yourself and just let me know, because I want to proceed. So do you guys now have, who can tell me that you have an understanding of where the market, where you should be expecting sales in the market right now from what I have done? Let me know. Put in a 5 if you already know. So the closest of it is what? All right. Market can come here. So now this is it. Market can come here. Sorry. Okay. So there's gonna likely be a reaction. All right. Here. Or market can come here, or market can come here, or market can come here. But I do know, okay, boom here is going to be a major one. Why? That's the resistance of the trend. It's not just a resistance of where the market has sold before. It's a cap on the trend. So we don't know, okay, in due time, if market gets to this area, it's going to be poison. It's going to be buffet for sellers. All right. So here the market goes. Oh, no, this is not what I want. So I can have an understanding that this is where the market goes high, and it will face its strongest pressure. Okay, high, it will face its strongest pressure here. But it may not get there. It may just continue on a sell because it sold here before. All right. And if it doesn't sell here, it will sell here. Okay. And this is so strong because it did, this is a zone actually, because why? It had multiple rejection here. It had rejection here. It did a rejection, left a candle, very strong rejection there. Okay. And it actually had a rejection that put price down. So this is clearly going to be a very good sell zone. All right. So the anticipation of this market right now is market is going to pull up. So if I look at this right now, what is the projection of the market? Market is going to pull on the upside. So market still has a tendency of a buy. Can you see that while we're breaking this down, you will see the tendency of buys, because what happens to the market? The market moves from zone to zone. Okay, which brings us to our third factor. Now that I know the possibility of a sell around this area, all right, here or here, I've known through support resistance. The next thing that shows what price is doing right now, all right, is called price action. That's the third factor, which is so beautiful. Okay. And let's see what price action. What is really price action? So I am not predicting the market, neither should you. But let the market show you what it has done before. Then you so price action just means the action of price. How do we know support and resistance is price action? Where it has sold before. Okay. Now you want to see another definition of price action. If the market is on a downtrend, All right. So I hope you guys got this. You could note it down. So this is one thing about price action. So the market is on a downtrend. All right. Kendra, you said this is a good area for the market to sell. This is actually a good area for the market to sell. So I could either wait, or there's another way to now put together price action, trend, support, resistance, okay, which is called the price action. So if something is falling down, it needs something to help it fall down. How do I know what is going to help it fall down? So let's look at some price actions in the market from whence it's coming from. Okay, so this is a floor, this is a floor, this is a floor, this is a floor. So this whole area, we could say what are areas of floor. All right. Can we say these all areas are areas of floor? Now, there's just been some in the last in this whole market. There are a few price actions in this market. Okay, so this is a corresponding floor. So this is a strong zone over the last from a 3-month perspective. All right. I hope let me make this screen a little big. Okay. So let's see what has happened in the future. So what's price action? When the market breaks a certain level of floor. See this, so this is when the market broke this certain level of floor. I'm going to take this into the future. All right. Okay, good. So this market broke. So this is a floor. So this is the first time the market broke the floor. All right. So a trader that is trading from a 3-month perspective is just going to wait for the market to come, all right, to this level of floor. So what happened here? If you look, all right, this is when it broke. Couple of months later, years later, all right, the market came to those level of floor and did what? Retested. What is a retest? Okay. The reason I'm doing this training is a retest. All right, good. Do you guys understand this? How many of you understand this definition? Simple and clear. All right, put clear. So a retest is price coming to a previous zone to say hello without passing by. Am I communicating to someone? Where's my chat? How many of you understand the retest? So, Kendra, what do you mean? All right. So when the price broke, what is a retest? A retest is price coming to previous zone. So I just showed you guys how we got this on the floor. So what's the price action? Market coming to what? The previous level of floor, okay, and saying hello. So this market act literally said hello without passing by. It did not break the zone. It did not break the level of support. It didn't break the zone out. All right. It said hello. So it means this is where it came. It came and it responded. It said hello. It stayed there, took a few drinks. All right. Spent some time. Spent about 3 months to show us that I'm not leaving you. Okay. So that's a retest confirmation. So what's the trade confirmation? So if you see a retest, it shows something. The next thing is the trade confirmation. All right. So a continuation pattern is after a retest, all right, a new. So if I'm looking for a retest for a sell, price breaks the zone, come back to the zone, retested and held that zone. The next thing I have to wait for a continuation pattern. What is the continuation pattern? After the retest, there is a sell. There's a candle closing below that zone. After the retest candle, the next candle that closes, if it's a sell candle under the zone or in the zone, around the zone, boom, that's it. That's what that's the continuation. It means sellers are taking over. So buyers have been in the league. Buyers got a previous wall and they couldn't break the wall. That's the confirmation that the button is taking. There's something has to change. All right. What's the confirmation that is going to change? So something has to change. Sellers will come in, but just because sellers come in doesn't mean buyers will just give up. But the only reason is when you see a sell, all right, when you see a sell, so you see this candle, after the bullish rejection, a sell came and closed. It means a continuation institution have been what? A continuation have been institutionalized. All right. So that is a confirmation. So this is the confirmation. Are you guys with me? All right. So this is the confirmation for the sell. And look at what happened in the course of that sell. The market moved over the course of that month or that 3 months. Okay. Market moved over what? 1,000. All right. At least over 1,600 what? Pips. So the monthly closed, another monthly open, boom. That was the entry. All right. That was the entry. Look at what happened. So this is a confirmation of what? A continuation pattern, which is price action. Price like to sell the previous floor of a downtrend. Did this market sell the previous floor of this downtrend? Amazingly, yes. All right. Came back again to do something because it's still in its continuation pattern. So all of this was breathing again. Came here. What did it do? Sold this previous level of ceiling again. And that ceiling happens to be what? The price action area again. This is also in extension. This is also a floor. It repeated it again. Why? This is a strong rejection of the trend. So the trend line that was coming rejected it. So this is another sell. You can see how after that trend rejection, our market fell down like crazy. So Cambry, why did you show us that? In understanding, all right, just the same way we got here, you look at here again. So there is a floor, there is a floor, there is a floor, there is a floor. Cambry. So there may be another price action around the zone. Okay. So if this present monthly candle, so if by the 30th of November, 31st of November, this candle closes and December opened a new candle and closed below this zone. Are you guys getting this? It means this candle is in its diner already. So if this says hello and doesn't break above the zone where we should be seeing tremendous sell continuation on the downside. All right. So if it does it here, good. Or if it doesn't do it there, actually can come up here and do it. So that's why I'm going to so like this area, because why? It's a price action area. It has a level of a ceiling. All right. Beautiful. This is going to be good for ourselves because why? It corresponds price action, support resistance, and a trend continuation pattern. Does that make sense? Okay. So this is going to be good. All right. Now, or it's going to come here. Here is good. Okay. Here is good. Here is also good. But another thing is if we have to add price action, it's going to go a little upper because why? We have levels of floor here. So market may push up here, resist this area, pull down. Okay. So you see that this whole area, and this whole area, price action area. So all you just need to see is if it retests and holds, what's the next confirmation? The next monthly candle that's going to open and close below this zone is a sell. Is this clear? Any question? If I move to the next thing, any question on this on trend, support, resistance, and price action? Confirming free. Okay. Now, this knowledge I'm giving to you, a lot of people don't learn because they add money to it. Someone will be like, okay, I know how many of you don't lie? The question of, okay, if you enter, where is going to be your stop loss? It occurred to you. That occurred in your mind. All right, put in a 1 on the chart. Where it's going to be. Since I've been talking, if I take it there, where's going to be my stop loss? Where's going to be my stop loss? If you occurred in your mind, put in a 1 on the chart. Unless my students are graduates already. Or the question of, okay, so where do I enter? Or what time do I enter? All right, put in a 1 if that question occurred to you. Okay, if it never occurred to you, so no need to teach you how you're going to enter. All right, beautiful. So, so that's basically how you approach the market. Now, I dealt with this market from where the market goes. So I understand that in the perspective of this, even if on a deeper time frame, the market is going up, I know where to sell it. There's something you need to put in the frame of your mind. You have to have a certain bias to the market for you to be safe. Kenry, why did you say so? Like, we trade what we see. What am I seeing? What are you guys seeing right now? Is the market going up or is coming down? What favor? All right, you guys let me know. So based on the trend, based on what we just showed, what favors this market right now, sells or buys? So 3 months sales, month sales. So the bias to this market from a deep perspective, when we say deep, these are where the huge monies are going to come in. So while you guys are trading this thing for a buy, it's going to favor where someone is going to sell. So the question is, are you going to wait for that sell? So when you're doing all these daily activities, weekly activities, it's all going somewhere, but the major favor, all right, is a sell. The safety net is a sell. Till it breaks structure, break pattern, it's a sell. So you need to have that bias that as you see Euro USD represent a sell. You know why that is good and healthy for me? I am not oppressive when I'm taking in some short buys or I'm buying. Okay, I'm not overzealous. It keep me in a pace of I'm at rest. I'm not aggressive because I understand that even if it takes me away, I'm gonna buy. It takes me away in 50 pips, 100 pips. I understood that. Okay, okay, it didn't catch me. It didn't catch me. It didn't fall into my trap. But somehow during the course of this week, this month, within the month, this thing will fall for us. And when it start falling, that's where you start taking the big moves. Do you know you could fall prey for 1 month just to recover, all right, 9 months? You could just try to get, because now I've said you could sell here. What if it doesn't sell here? You would have probably trying to sell here will take you out maybe 100, 200 pips, all right? It didn't sell here, it's taking you out. I'm going to show you how to set your stop loss, all right? It comes here, you're trying to sell, okay, or you're trying to sell. So this is the first sell, rejection, boom. He didn't agree, all right? Takes probably about 100 piece from you. He comes here, you try to sell again, he didn't agree. It takes about 200, 300 piece from you. Now your account is going down. But if you're the one that is vicious and you understood where the market was going, you wouldn't miss this one. You won't be frustrated because if you catch it here, it took this from you, you're going to give it back. Because why? This is boom. There is no way you take a trade here. Trust me, if I take a trade here, all right, I could reduce my lot size, give it room because I do know that. Unless if it breaks here, it's broken structure, it's broken the trend. So definitely, if this falls in, you're going to recover what you, because this is just going to be falling down. And what you missed here, couple of 100 pips, you're going to regain back when you catch it here. Because why? You had a certain bias to the market. Does this make sense? This is why experts will tell you, don't mistake your learning phase for professionalism. We are all learning to be professional. We have to get somewhere. The biggest professionals in the market, they trade one pair or two pairs. Because why? They understand the move. They're waiting for the big moves. But because you're practicing right now, you're gathering money, you're gathering cash flow, you're trading everything. That's why your frustration level is high. When you miss out, you're frustrated. But when you understand your wife, you understand your pair, trust me, you won't miss the money in the market. And when there is equity, so you have to understand where you are, that it takes a lot of pressure now. See, when you begin to trade with this kind of understanding, there will be no pressure. You will trade less. Okay? Am I communicating to someone? The question you ask yourself, do you want to get here? Or you want to be trapped in the activities of the day, week, what's happening today, Only thing. I desire to bring this market to you because it's almost like bringing the future to you. Imagine if a monthly close here and we're able to catch a trade that doesn't break here and it continues to trend down. Do you know how much is this? Imagine you stay this trade for another couple of months, all right? And you're in. With just one trade, you're in 800 and so, and you're trading this market with probably about 10 standard lot size. How much is that? It may be small, but when you get here, you understand that you traded with ease. And maybe you are in this. You have another friend, because if I'm in this, I'll take it to the end. I'm getting to that place where I'll take a market and I know that this market for the whole of the month, this is what I want to trade. Or for the whole of the week, this is what I want to trade. I showed you guys something in my last session. I believe Emmanuel did something like that. If you check the trade we gave you guys last 2 weeks, all throughout last week, right? All of them made the direction throughout the week. But the question is, we missed that in the day because we're trying to give you stop losses that will make you manage your account. But sometimes this education is good because why? While I am having my daily rigors, I understand that it's my learning process. I have the future understood. Is it making sense? So now I'm gonna break. Where does entry comes in? You can't you can't trade. You must have hundreds of thousands of dollars in your account for you to trade on monthly perspective. You can't catch the good moves on a monthly, looking at the monthly candle. Okay. You have to try to enter from either the day or 4 hours or a week. All right. So you have to break it down. And when you break market down, structure changes. So I did this on that perspective. We know where the market is going. Okay. The market has gotten to a bus stop. We want to see this will be respected. So how do I see that? I take this to what? Okay, let's break it down from the weekly perspective. Okay, so you see right about now, boom. So I could decide to take this market if this weekly close right now, because why? This is a retest. Is a retest confirmed? Did this say hello? Yes or no? So this say hello and retested. So what is the confirmation? If this weekly candle closes as a sell, a good sell, you know, when candles are both sided like this is not too good, but however it close, but the momentum of a sell is always good. So if the weekly seller get this market and it sells, all right, so at the end of Friday, no. All right. Okay, so if a weekly candle closes as a sell, I'll just have to tap in. The new week candle that open, I'll tap in. So Kenry, if I'm trading a weekly, where would I put my stop loss? If I'm trading a weekly, this is where I'm going to put my stop loss. You put the stop loss in the next ceiling, up above the next ceiling. So in the weekly, this is a ceiling. I'll put it above. Did you guys get this? So how many pips is that? So if, let's say the weekly close sold down and close around here, it means I'm trading weekly. This trade needs a minimum of 500 pips. Whoa! How many of you guys get? That's huge. Right? That's huge, right? But that's how to see it from a weekly perspective. If you're not taking here, you could take here because this is another ceiling. Well, it's not all the way here. All right, this is another one. It depends on what you want to take. It depends on your level of tolerance. This is a ceiling here. All right, so I could put my stop loss here, and that's about also, okay, about 200, almost 300 pips. That's where my stop loss is healthy. Or some people would love to just make it so. No, I don't want that. Okay, I just put it above this present resistance. Okay, which doesn't really make sense. All right, it doesn't really make sense. But that's the weekly approach. That's where you put your stop loss. Okay, and this is where you put your take profit. Does it make sense? That's from a weekly approach. So I do know that this is, for what we're looking at in the month, is already happening in the weekly. It's clearer because why? We shifted what time frames. Now break it down to the same thing. So this really is already started in the day. Look, I want to show you. So if we had broken down if we're broken this down in the day, you probably should have made some money depending on your day target. So this was the retest. A new day opened. All right, boom, sellers get in. How many pips was that? Did you make money? That's 100 a day. You take 100 pips. Are you not satisfied? You're at, because why? You're using a day's perspective. So I could literally say this is what? This is another what? Retest. Okay, day perspective. It's actually done what? It came about 50 pips. All right. So this is not my day. This are close. I would have taken this trade for a sell. Okay, put my stop loss above the same area I told you and leave this market to sell. That's what is selling now. All right, that you are seeing here. So all of a sudden, you saw Euro USD was so strong. It just fell crazily. You thought, oh, what happened? Where the market was going. Can you see why it's sold? This is why it's sold. So someone who caught this. So this candle was the retest. All right. This was a new opening that you got in. So you using the hourly to trade a monthly perspective. This was your entry. If you don't understand what I'm saying, let me take it to what I was saying. Where was I? So this is it. So you can see everything you're looking at right now in the hourly. This is it. Okay, so you can see that it's different. This is a whole lot of area, house. All right, but what I can tell you is, if you're using the zone perspective, you can see after different retests, what retest, right? New candle sells, boom, you took it. Don't forget, if you're trading this based on the monthly analysis, you put your stop loss 200 pips, right? And if you're trading the daily perspective, what's your daily target? If you're using an hourly, 40, 32, okay? So let's see if we got 30 pips to 50 pips here. If you got in from here. So this is the first one. This is 100 pips from that retest. See, these things, they never lie. If you get a zone and it retest, if you're trading, if it's 1 hour. So you have to understand the deeper perspective. So we saw weekly, we saw daily, all right? The same thing goes for the month. The month close, get in, put that 200 and something pips, allow the market to write down. If you reject, lose, but wait for the next area. So this is what's happening right now based on the daily perspective, all right? So now it's already concluded 1 hour. So the next thing I should be seeing is daily, all right? It's closed. It's in the daily run now. It's closed daily and it's selling. You've gotten 100 pieces. If your daily target at the end of the day, so let's say you took this yesterday, at the end of the day, all right, you probably would, not much, but it may still go, tomorrow open, it may still be going down, okay? Or it will just continue going up. But either way, daily has been activated. This is not the first time daily was activated. This is actually the first time daily was activated. Close, boom. So it's repeating it again. But we've seen 1 hour. We've seen daily. When daily was activated, gave 100 pips. This was another one. Now the next one, if daily has been activated, what's the next one? Weekly. So this we're seeing weekly. If this week closed below this area, that's your entry. Either by Sunday late night, as the new candle is opening, you get in. And now see. So weekly, you could take 300 to 500 pips. Daily, you could take 100 pips. Hourly, you could take 50 pips. Monthly, 500 to 1,000 pips. Does this make sense? Any question? All right. Any question? Okay. So that's why it's where the money goes. When you look at the market from this kind of approach, it's going to change. Now, and others approach are there, like day trading approach. You see, we come in here, we saw what did we see in Euro USD? I showed you that this is another time to buy. Why? Because of today's activity. It's on a retest. We had a retest, all right, in Euro USD. This is a retest area based on the fact that this was captured today. So it's retesting here right now. Okay, so if this hourly close above this area, it's a minor buy, 30 to 50 pips. Catch yourself and get out. Trade what you see. So the market broke a certain level of floor, a ceiling, and a retest. If a new bullish candle opens, boom, that's your entry. That closes on the hourly. If it doesn't close, wait for it. All right. So that's another confirmation on this market. If another confirmation. If in the next 10 minutes this doesn't close as a bullish candle, wait for another candle. If it closes as a bullish candle. So the same thing we did with the higher time frame, you could do it with a smaller time frame and get the same result. The more you bring it to a smaller time frame, the more you what the risks are lesser because you're not going to be doing 200, 300 fees. But the truth is the stakes are higher. Okay. When we say risk, I'm talking about the money you spend, but not the risk that the trade is going to get. You get caught up more in smaller time frames than you get caught up in bigger time frames. I guarantee you. But the mind, you need equity to trade big time. That's why Cambridge is so interested in getting you guys. Yeah, you guys need this knowledge. That's why I'm teaching it, because with the help of this knowledge, you guys could have confidence and trusting in what we give to you. You could take the trades. And when you know, sometimes you guys are missing out on opportunities. Why? See, I am just one person. We're just few giving you guys support. All right. Throughout today, I've been busy. Okay. I gave you guys the reason I'm teaching you, I'm giving you guys content so that even if I'm not in the chat, you guys could catch the trade. Okay. So let's look at a few activities today. Cash this trade. Money is yours. This is what I gave. All right. It didn't break on the upside. Now it's breaking on the downside. I may sleep. I may not even talk on this trade, but if your focus was strong, you caught this break, this retest, this area. Same principle. All right. You get it for a sell. This is just breaking right now. So this is food. Question is who's looking at it? Okay. How you doing?
Fine.
Welcome. All right. Now watch. This was food, but it just gave us break. This just only gave us what? This retested. Okay. Now you look at this. This was a funny retest. What are we looking for? When the market retests, it says hello. All right. And open a new candle. So this was a retest, but this retest closed as a sell. This was the perfect retest. This is the perfect retest. So the new candle was supposed to close. The new 1 hour was supposed to close as a sell. It was rough. All right. But I got in on this trade. And guess what? It was a break on the 15 minutes. Okay. Now watch on the 15 minutes. You're welcome. Good evening. All right. This was it. This was the rejection came in. If you even got in here, I always tell you guys 10 to 15 pips in, get out. All right, get out. So this was a tricky trade. Came back, it's not rejecting. So I was waiting for the 1 hour. But if you are got in on the 15 minutes, you see how this tricky. It will call you off because it never gave a 1 hour confirmation. So when we get in on the 15 minutes, just know we're increasing our stakes. Okay, if this was your entry, this was not a good one. This was the first time it retested. This was the close. This was not a good one. All right, you are taking this trade on the 15 minutes after this retest. You could see it's all, I tell you, I don't like entering trades when they are far away. All right, from the entry. When you're far away. So this was a tricky one. So if you rushed and enter, you probably would be caught up right now and you'd be dancing. Probably would have taken you out of stop loss, which is okay. All right. Because the next thing we'll be looking out for, if this market comes in here, retest this area, it can be for a buy. It works that way. So this is one. All right. Another, did we check here the JPY? You can see USD JPY never gave us hello. Did he give us hello? No, rejected. So no hello. He passed by. All right. What other trade? AUD USD. All right, beautiful. AUD USD did hello, opened a new candle. All right. So this was a retest. Opened a new candle, closed above. Hold on. Okay, I'm on the 15 minutes. All right. So this was it. Okay, good. We've not really had a good run. Okay, the first run we had, this was a close, this was it, it's too far away. See, same thing. So the market is a little bit tricky today. But let's say even you got in on the 15 minutes move. So you took a 15 minutes ride. All right, when this retested and it closed here, you would have had a break even. I actually sent it on the chat. If you took AUD USD with this one, you'd have had a break even. Came back and is in a mess right now. Do you guys understand? That is why when you're trading, have rules. When you have 10 to 15 pips in profit, break even. Why? You're not in charge of the trade. Daily may come. So many things may happen that don't just trust your profit so much that you forget your rules. All right. It's better you hit a break even than to hit a loss. Am I making sense? It's better you hit a break even than to hit a loss. All right. Another trade. Yeah, where I see this market go. Yeah, this is AUD is dropping right now. Okay, I don't have a retest on this. So I said this market could come here. All right, we're actually on this trade, right? So if you're not in it, that you broke even, that's fine. But see, if you didn't break even, probably would have taken you off. What was this? Okay, you didn't get the stop loss. All right, someone will say, okay, I should have been in profit. You know, it's not in profit. Our entry was around 70 or 80. So if you got in around 85, you're probably still being on this trade because it's around 70 to 85. Okay, so trade is still preparing. Okay, I won't say jump in right now, but if you got in around 85, that was a good entry. Okay, if you're not in, you could leave. You could take. It's closing with a good momentum on 15 minutes. So you could actually get in. All right, put your stop loss, same entry, 15. Your stop loss around 15. This should actually be the reach stop loss, but it's too far. So try it. You could lose a light reach, 0.5 risk. It's a good trade. Do you understand? Okay, so since you guys didn't have questions, I'm gonna bring, we've done. Okay, so that's 1 hour in class. Okay, did you guys enjoy this session? Was it a beautiful session? Tell me what you learned. All right.
Sorry, Kenry, I have a question. I've been trying to say that I have a question.
I didn't hear you. Come again.
I said I have a question. I've been trying to indicate that I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. Okay, it's about the retest, right? I watched the price trap recording for Emmanuel, and it was saying something about the candle closing within the zone. Then another candle. Yes, then another candle opening within that zone and then closing above or below the zone, depending on which direction we're going. So I just need to be clear about that. That's a bit confusing for me.
Okay, so this is it. All right. If you want to bring it to opening and closing, if you come to the beginning of the class, what is a retest? When a candle comes back to the force, the resistance, okay, and say hello, doesn't break, it means retest is confirmed. What is the sell signal? Because it's a sell signal you're looking for. The sell signal is the next candle. So for a sell, the next candle on the same time frame of analysis.
Okay, on the same time frame.
That's the best. But sometimes we'll modify it because we want to quickly enter. But it's actually, if you break it, if you're doing a retest on the 4-hour, that time frame. Because so let me tell you something. This is how the market goes. If a candle is buying, it means a people is buying and they will buy for that time frame because they got in on that time frame. If a candle is selling, they sell for that time frame. It takes a force to shift the sell or the buy. So that is why to see a clearer signal on that time frame allowed the candle to close. The candle opening and closing is actually a signal of the next opening. Okay, so if I'm doing a break and a retest and I'm analyzing on an hourly, if the hourly candle closes after a break and a retest and a new candle opens as a sell candle, good candle, okay, whether inside the zone, now the shorter the candle, the shorter the power. Hope you guys know that. The shorter the candle, the shorter the power. The longer the candle, the longer the force of the new sell. So that's why I tell the ones that close inside of the zone, that's quick entry. But if a full candle opens and closes and it's closer to the zone, that's beautiful entry. Do you understand? But it should be an appreciating candle, not those ones that are weak on both sides. Okay, but just beautiful. If a new candle opens and it sells below the zone, that's a good one. Inside, depending on how big the zone is, inside the zone, but as long as it's a sell candle, all right, beautiful. It's a sell candle that initiates the sellers. So everybody gets in when they see that signal. So imagine you're getting in when everybody's getting in. You are the advantage. Does that make sense for everyone?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. So that will be it, right? This training is going to be made available. You should be able to shift if you study. Let me tell you what gives you approval, each and every one of you. What gives you approval is study. The Bible says, study to show thyself approved. It's not watching. Study. What study? There's a difference between hearing and listening. Okay. There's a difference between seeing and observing. The Bible says, observe to do. Observing goes with doing. When I hear, I just took in, things are passing through my ears. When I listen, I do. There's something about doing. When you see these things, study. What is study? All right, you're coming back to watch. There's a difference between watching something or reading something and studying something. You marry what you study. So if I'm studying this video, I'm going to do what the video says. That is studying. If I'm hearing something and I do it, it means I listen. Okay, so you want to watch this video. What you do for yourself is on your own time, analyze your own trades, go to higher time frames, wait for this same thing. You could be your own market distributor. The more you have confidence is when we begin to give you the trade, your decisions about when to enter, there's gonna come a level of alignment. Even if we're not there to say it is ready right now, you're not going to be in chaos or always waiting for it. Guess what? When you're always waiting for me, you're going to be disappointed because why? I may not be there to tell you it's ready. Why do I teach you? Why do I have a session that I tell you go watch so that you can be a doer? If you're not doing, grow up to be that person because you're going to maximize your profit when you are a doer. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you guys by 8 p.m. Bye-bye. We have a very beautiful session for 8 p.m. Nobody should miss that session. All right. Those who miss session, I don't know.